back at it on PedalsAndEffects.com with the Avalon, which is Abstrakt Instruments from Los Angeles. Where in LA are they from?
North LA. Well, actually, no, he's Huntington Beach.
Oh, Huntington Beach. OC, the Orange County. This is where
Brian
he's from.
is the guy who makes them, and he's awesome, like extremely knowledgeable in the 303. Like
Wow.
even the first demos when he was developing the prototype, you could see how the board is exactly the same. So there's actually two power supplies. One, the same voltage as the original 303 that feeds only the elements that are true to the original 303, and then the added ones have a separate power supply. Because there's always going to be people going, oh well, but there's different power. There's always going to be that guy.
Right.
He wanted not to have that guy to say anything from the get-go. And it does sound exactly, and not that it's relevant.
Right.
It sounds exactly. But I feel like the spirit of the 303 definitely is there. Like the dirt, kind of like the whiff at the top end when you close the filter and you make it, you know, the overdrive of the VCA, you know, of the mixer section, the saturation and whatnot. And then he added another sub oscillator or extra input so you can run stuff through it. You can try that if you want to. You can run the bass through it.
Right.
And another envelope that it's very musical, so it adds another layer of shaping if you wanted to.
Awesome. So
And this is probably my favorite fuzz ever. And it's by a company in Portland called Retro Mechanical Labs.
Right.
And it's the Electron Fuzz, which is the custom version, which is a little bigger than the non-custom version. So here, I'm going to let you hear the sequence normal without anything. With basic settings. I keep the volume at 0 when I kick it in, and I'll bring it in.
Okay.
Oh, there's different settings. I don't know what they do, but I know how they sound. There's pain and hurt. Basically, pain kind of makes it bigger if you want it.
Is this knob backwards, so if you crank it this way, it's going to get louder?
Yeah, you gotta get used to it.
Wow.
Yeah. Deal with it. Feedback noise is basically running the whole circuit back into itself, and it does the typical fuzz. If you have pain and hurt up, it'll turn, the feedback noise will allow you to reach an octave lower. It'll turn the whole system down, so. You can hear how it splits in the higher notes.
Wow.
It sounds like a chorus.
All right.
And then as a plus, you know, multiplied by 1,000. Is the way that we had it before. So basically that was completely distorted. It was on. So basically this is without the multiplication by 1,000 gain. himself, so a lot of I play it live.
Right.
And I use it a lot live for that sub-octave sort of distorted sound.
I mean, it's just so gnarly. I can't believe. So this is what is this doing again?
This, I would think. I mean, I think it just runs everything through it 1,000 times. It's just fucking. Because it sounds like everything just gets more and more distorted.
Distorted, right.
And again, people are like, "Well, what do you mean you don't know what it does?" I mean, I don't want to say I don't care because I like the knowledge.
Yeah.
But the not knowing in a pedal never gets in the way of doing stuff with it anyway.
Or getting music out of it.
Pedal, you know what I mean?
Right, totally.
No one will check me in the morning and get a grade about it.
And if they really want to know, they can.
If they want, I'll probably fail, but that's fine. But so this one, I think it's very hands-on. The only thing is, all this stuff has reversed knobs. So you'll have to get used to it. So the Z is always to the right side.
Oh, right.
So you kind of have to get
He's challenging
used to it.
us.
You gotta get used to it, which is great because you then kind of work in a different way.
Right. Exactly. You're gonna adapt this differently to this.
And all these pedals that I've shown you, I don't use them when I play guitar yet, but I mostly use them with synths because it just becomes an expansion or extension of the synth itself.
Right.
So when I'm done or I'm kind of like okay with the knob settings on this, I can just move on here and see what I can change here.
Right.
It just becomes another module. It's basically like a modular synth.
Do you ever have like a setting on a pedal and then you adjust this to it?
Yeah, definitely, because things like these or the delay they were playing before react a lot to the dynamics or volume level.
Right.
So depending on how hard you hit, or if the sound is bright, or if the sound is kind of muffled because the filter's closed, it will influence how the fuzz sounds, Like in here, I'm sure.
Hold it tight.
Playing your changes. So you
super tight. So we're gonna run bass to it, and instantly it already sounded like your synth.
Try to play a high note. Oh, is the volume down?
That right there is worth it. It's so tight.
Yeah,
It's crazy too because a lot of fuzzes, like I have certain fuzzes that I play primarily with pick, fingers and pick, just fingers. And this would be one that I would probably dominate with fingering because it's so responsive. Like, I mean, I'm affecting what's happening with my hands, doing things. Where a pick, it's. I mean, like when you hit that, then I was like, oh, give it pick because you're just full throat, grindy. But everything else, I had to like be able to manipulate with my hands, and it's like, I don't own anything like this. That's tight. Well, we have to throw that in the fuzzwords too. RML Electron Fuzz from Metro Mechanical Labs. You guys can find him on Instagram because I follow him and I think I like literally every pedal he posts.
And he also makes them like in wooden boxes.
Yeah, I saw
like
those.
Custom, like, you know, they're a little less, I think, live friendly, obviously.
Right.
I would never want to bring mine, you know, all nice black wood and bring it out.
Right.
But the advantage of the one, the wooden version is that it also has a knob for mix of the dry signal.
Okay.
So like if you're playing with something like a synthesizer that has a low end or a bass and you still want to retain the clean low end and you're not splitting it anywhere on the pedal board, you know, with that one you can sort of mix the two.
Right. Not me though. I would go with this one. Awesome.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, it keeps it low end anyway.
Right. Say, do you want to play guitar to this one?
I mean, we don't have to. You just keep it bass and synth.
I mean, it's pretty tight. You should fucking play through it though.
Okay.